A youth corrections officer has been arrested, accused of having a sexual relationship with a parolee.
In Michigan, a female deputy is now sitting in a jail cell after an improper relationship with an inmate.
Former detention officer with the Fulton County Sheriff's Office has now been arrested. That's 36-year-old Kawana Jenkins. She's accused of inappropriate behavior with an inmate.
And you got a live-ass fucking head game. Oh, my God. Are you in bed?
Don't even get me thinking about that. It makes me so horny.
It gets you horny?
Oh, yeah.
From a 30-year-old prison officer caught on camera to a shocking case where 4 female officers became pregnant by the same inmate, here are 10 female cops who got involved with prisoners. Megan Hall. A small police department in Tennessee faced a major scandal involving wild sexual misconduct. The story revolves around Officer Megan Hall and 6 male officers. Their actions led to serious consequences, including firings and suspensions. The scandal shocked the community and raised questions about professionalism in law enforcement. Megan Hall was a married officer who claimed to be in an open marriage. She allegedly had physical relationships with multiple male colleagues. These relationships were not private. They happened at various places, including hotels, parties, and even the police station. Hall reportedly sent explicit photos and engaged in inappropriate behavior during a hot tub party. She also performed oral sex on 2 officers while on duty. The internal investigation revealed shocking details. Hall had these encounters with Sergeant Lewis Powell, Officer Juan Lugo, Sergeant Ty McGowan, and Detective Seneca Shields. 2 other officers, Patrick Magliocco and Larry Holliday, were suspended but not fired. The investigation started after the mayor received a tip about Hall's behavior. The tip claimed she had a threesome with Magliocco and his wife. Magliocco admitted to those actions with Hall multiple times. He also shared that Hall talked about Powell's anatomy inappropriately. The scandal included a Memorial Day party at a boathouse. Hall was reportedly intoxicated, and her top came off in a hot tub. Other officers tried to protect her by covering her up. The party was attended by several officers and their children. This made the situation even more inappropriate. The investigation led to the firing of Hall, Powell, Lugo, Shields, and McGowan. Holliday, Magliocco, and another officer were suspended. Linda D'Souza Abreu. This next 30-year-old prison officer was sentenced to 15 months in prison after engaging in a forbidden relationship with an inmate. She worked at HMP Wandsworth in South London, where she was caught on video inside a prison cell with Linton Weirick, a 36-year-old burglar. The video was filmed by another prisoner using an illegal phone. It quickly spread online, making the case widely known. The court learned that this was not a single event. She admitted to having 3 separate encounters with the same inmate on the same day. One of these incidents was accidentally recorded by her body-worn camera. The judge stated that her actions showed clear enthusiasm and were not a mistake. Because of this, she was charged with misconduct in a public office. The governor of HMP Wandsworth said that her actions had damaged the reputation of female officers. He explained that it took years for male prisoners to respect female staff, and her actions reversed much of this progress in a short time. The court also heard that her behavior put other officers at risk, as it could lead to trust issues and potential security threats. Tina Gonzalez. Tina Gonzalez worked at Fresno County Jail from 2016 to 2019, but was arrested in 2020 after a serious investigation. Authorities received a tip that an inmate had a secret phone and was involved with an officer. Further investigation confirmed the relationship, and it was also discovered that Gonzalez had provided contraband to the inmate. She gave him razors, which could be used as weapons, and informed him about upcoming cell inspections. This put the safety of her co-workers at risk. Her former boss, Assistant Sheriff Steve McComas, was deeply disappointed. He stated that in his 26 years of service, he had seen terrible things. But this case was the worst. Gonzalez even cut a hole in her uniform to make their encounters easier. This was not a private act, as 11 other inmates witnessed it. McComas called her behavior depraved and dangerous. Even after being caught, Gonzalez continued to contact the inmate. She had phone calls with him where she spoke explicitly about their relationship and showed no regret. Tina Gonzalez was sentenced to 2 years probation and 7 months in jail after being caught having a relationship with an inmate. Cecilia Pulido. Cecilia Pulido was arrested for engaging in an illegal relationship with a juvenile inmate in Riverside County. She was charged with having inappropriate contact, giving a phone to an inmate, and communicating with him in an unauthorized way. But she posted a $10,000 bond and was quickly released. Authorities first learned about the case when the Department of Probation reported an unusual relationship between Pulido and the male inmate. The exact details of how they became involved were not disclosed, but investigators confirmed that an inappropriate act had taken place. The relationship was serious enough that Pulido resigned before being arrested. Pulido had been working as a correctional officer since December 2023, which means she was fairly new to the job. Emily Watson. Emily Watson was a 26-year-old prison officer working at HMP Berwyn in Wrexham. She had a job that required trust and discipline, but she broke the rules in a shocking way. She started a secret relationship with an inmate named John McGee, who was serving an 8-year sentence. McGee had killed a charity worker in a hit-and-run accident, yet Watson still decided to get close to him. People in the prison noticed something strange. Watson spent too much time talking to McGee. She acted differently around him, and this made others suspicious. When an investigation began, shocking details came out. McGee had a hidden iPhone 6 inside a PlayStation. He used it to talk to Watson on Instagram. They even had video calls where they shared intimate moments. Watson sent him private photos and videos, breaking every rule a prison officer should follow. Their relationship did not stay secret for long. Investigators found out that Watson had gone into McGee's cell for private meetings. The court later confirmed that they had been together at least once in his cell. Watson was arrested and taken to trial. She admitted her mistake and pleaded guilty to misconduct in a public office. The judge did not take her actions lightly. He told her that when prison officers become corrupt, the whole system suffers. She was sentenced to 12 months in jail. Shania Begum. Shania Begum was a prison officer at HMP Birmingham. She had worked there since 2018, but everything changed when she started an inappropriate relationship with an inmate named Joshua Mullings. What started as small conversations soon turned into something much bigger. Her co-workers noticed something unusual. Begum spent too much time with Mullings. They seemed too comfortable with each other, which made people suspicious. The prison staff decided to investigate, and what they found was shocking. Begum and Mullings were meeting in a storage cupboard. At first, they were just play-fighting and flirting, but soon, things became more serious. Security cameras caught them in the act. The video showed them touching and kissing, and later, they went even further. When her secret was exposed, she was arrested. In court, Begum pleaded guilty to misconduct in a public office. Her lawyer tried to defend her actions by saying she was under a lot of stress. The judge listened to everything but still gave her a strict punishment. She was sentenced to 16 months in jail. Rachel Stanton. Rachel Stanton was a 31-year-old prison officer working at HMP 5 Wells in Northamptonshire. She had a family and a job, but her life changed completely when she fell in love with an inmate named Edwin Poole. Poole was serving a 10-year sentence for armed robbery, but that did not stop them from getting close. At first, no one noticed anything unusual, but prison staff eventually found love letters and private photos in Poole's cell. That was enough to start an investigation. Soon, the truth was revealed. Stanton and Poole had a secret relationship, and it did not end there. She became pregnant and later gave birth to his child. When the case went to court, Stanton was charged with misconduct in a public office. The judge told her that she should have known better. It was clear that she had broken serious rules. She faced a possible jail sentence, but in the end, the judge showed some leniency. She received a 9-month sentence, but it was suspended for 18 months. This meant she did not have to go to prison immediately. Instead, she had to complete 20 days of rehabilitation. 4 female officer. But till now, the most shocking case happened in the prison of Baltimore. 4 female officers became pregnant by the same inmate. Authorities discovered a major smuggling operation inside the jail. The inmate at the center of it all was Tavon White. He was a high-ranking member of the Black Gorilla family gang. He was not just controlling illegal activities, he was also forming relationships with female prison officers. 2 of the women were so attached to him that they tattooed his name on their bodies. Investigators found that White was running the gang from inside the prison. Officers were helping smuggle drugs, cell phones, and other items. The gang made thousands of dollars from these illegal activities. White himself made $16,000 in 1 month. In total, 25 people were charged, including 13 female officers. Kawana Jenkins. Kawana Jenkins was a detention officer at Fulton County Jail. She had worked there since December 2019. Everything changed when a video surfaced showing her in a forbidden relationship with an inmate. The footage was found during a security sweep inside the jail. Investigators seized multiple contraband cell phones. When they checked one of them, they found shocking evidence. The video showed Jenkins sitting on the inmate's lap and kissing him. It was not just physical contact. She also gave him expensive Cartier designer eyeglasses. The inmate could be heard asking for them, and she handed them over without hesitation. The sheriff was furious when he saw the footage. Jenkins was immediately fired and arrested. She faced multiple charges, including violating her oath of office and reckless conduct. Charlene O'Banion. At last, Charlene O'Banion was a deputy at Montgomery County Jail. She was trusted with a serious job, but she made a decision that changed her life forever. She became involved with an inmate named Jacob Parker. Their secret relationship did not stay hidden for long. The truth came out through a recorded phone call. O'Banion and Parker were heard discussing their relationship in detail. Authorities listened to the call and immediately launched an investigation. When questioned, O'Banion admitted what had happened. She explained that they had met in an area of the jail that was out of sight. The court took her actions seriously. She was sentenced to 100 days in jail. And that's all we have for today's episode. Don't forget to give this video a like, smash that subscribe button, and ring that notification bell while you're down there.